Hey guys, how are you? Welcome into a Thursday morning episode of the Daily Juice Podcast. My name is Matt Perrault. You guys can follow me across all of my socials at Sports Talk Matt, and it's just kind of been one of those weeks. After a 2-2 day, unfortunately, it's another losing day. We're down 0.33 units. Obi Toppin was the play of the day, and that goes down. So unfortunately, we dropped to 8-3 in the month of June for the play of the day. Obi Toppin points and rebounds got there over 13.5. That was the bet that should have been the official play. I went points and assists thinking he was going to score at least 10 points. He missed a bunch of layups. He had 8 points and 1 assist. If he had hit those layups, we would have been good. He would have had 10 points and 1 assist, and we would have gone over. Lou Dort went over in the first quarter for us, so that was easy. Pacers in the first quarter goes down. They were down big, but they rallied to win the game and take a 2-1 lead over the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the Giants' run line was an absolute miracle to get that to come in. They were losing 6-3, and they won the game 10-7. I'll take it because it completely saved the day. Should have been 1-3. Remember that the next time I'm complaining, because that should have been a much worse day for us in terms of what I was down 0.33 units. That's fine. We're still down on the week, obviously. We need to rally here, but we have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Got 4 days left to get ourselves right here. So we're still down, still in a hole, but let's see if we can dig ourselves out of it, because I think it's like 3 units after, I think that's right, what we're down on the week, which is not impossible to overcome. It's not a great spot to be. Let me just check and see here, because obviously we were down 4 units the other day, so that was a killer. So we were up 0.82 on Monday, down 4, and then down 3.3. So 4.3 minus, 3.5. So we're down about 3.5 units for the week. So we got to get going here. That factors into my plays here, by the way. Okay. That factors into what I am betting today for us. So 3 bets, 3 sports. I'll explain the plays. I'll give you some extra plays, kind of like the Obi Toppin play that we gave out yesterday. If you wanted to play something extra, I'll give you a couple extra options as to what to jump in on here for tonight's plays. But first and foremost, let me tell you a little bit about what's going on with our friends from Omaha Steaks. All right, guys, it's Father's Day weekend. It's U.S. Open. It's Father's Day weekend. Are you getting dad something good for Father's Day? As a dad, I can tell you right now, having Omaha Steaks in the freezer is often a lifesaver when it comes to good dinners in the middle of the week. The fact that you can throw these burgers on, you don't even have to defrost them right on the grill, makes a perfectly quick and really tasty dinner. The burgers are great, but the steaks are even better. I had them 2 nights ago. They have fillets wrapped in bacon. What's better than that for dad? For a fillet wrapped in bacon. You salt and pepper that thing up, you throw it on the grill. Absolutely tremendous. The flavor of the bacon comes over onto the steaks. Unbelievable. USDA certified tender steaks, and I can attest to it. They're tremendous. Omaha Steaks delivers the world's best steak experience, guaranteed to secure your spot as dad's favorite. Shop omahasteaks.com and give dad the legendary Heartland quality he deserves. Plus, Daily Juice listeners get an extra $35 off with their promo code JUICE at checkout. Shopping for dad made easy. We all, as dads, love steak. We love burgers. We love the chicken. We love the pork chops, the desserts, all of it. Grass-fed, grain-finished beef has more marbling for exceptional flavor and is the choice of steakhouses and professional chefs around the world. This Father's Day, give dads the world's best steak experience with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com for guaranteed perfect steaks that deliver legendary quality, and for an extra $35 off, use the promo code JUICE at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com and an extra $35 off with the promo code JUICE at checkout. See site for details. So check that out with Omaha Steaks. A reminder about what you guys can get with BettingPros Premium. And if you like the prop bet cheat sheet and the Lou Dort easy cash, now obviously the play of the day with Toppin didn't hit, but we came right there, points and rebounds. You get 7 days for free of BettingPros Premium. You can check out the prop bet cheat sheet for the WNBA, for Major League Baseball, and for the NHL. A lot of you guys wrote some really cool things when I asked you to give me some feedback about what you want on the Daily Juice. I'm still going through all of those posts and making some notes about what to do this summer, but a lot of you are asking for other things, other types of plays, other options for prop bets in Major League Baseball and WNBA plays and other things, other unique betting opportunities. You can make them yourself with BettingPros Premium. Download the BettingPros app, use the code JUICE to get a 7-day free trial, and start betting smarter, not harder, with BettingPros Premium. Okay, let's start with hockey. Game 4 tonight. Man, this feels like the game that's going to go under. It really does. It really feels like this is the game to bet under. But I told you before, I'm not betting under. It's heavily juiced. 6.5 under is heavily juiced. The books are making you pay for it because everyone's saying this is the game. It was 6-1 last time. Bobrovsky was tremendous. He was absolutely tremendous. And Bobrovsky, because he was so good, I think people are saying he'll be as good. He could be. He might be. He might not be. It's hard to bet under. I'm just going to say it. It's really hard to bet under. Game 3 should have gone under. It went over. How many goals will Skinner give up? He gave up 5. He got pulled. Picard came in, gave up 1. It's hard. I'm telling you right now, it's really difficult to say this game's not going to go under. And if it goes over, it's going to be most likely a win for the Oilers. So I'm not really comfortable here. I don't know who wins. I'm going to be honest. I lean to Florida. I think the Panthers are most likely going to win this game. They're pretty good favorites, -150 favorites to go up 3-1 on the Oilers. But Edmonton needs it, right? 2-2 is a whole different series than 3-1. They get home ice back, and then Game 5 is going to be back in Edmonton. So you know you're going to get the best effort. You know you're getting everything, the kitchen sink, if you will. You're getting everything from Edmonton here tonight to go out there and go. So if I was betting the game, I probably would say bet Edmonton. But I want to watch. I want to see who scores first. I want to see what price I get. I want to see what a live total. The only thing I will tell you, I will bet the Panthers to win the second period. Okay? Whatever that is, I will bet that. That hit, that's been hitting. Second period, over 1.5 goals. Second period, money line, Panthers, all that. Second period, I'm on the Panthers. But that's an in-game play that really you can bet it pregame, but I don't recommend it because the pricing is all out of whack. So you got to watch the first period first and then bet the second period. But I do like money line second period, Panthers, and over 1.5 goals in the second period. If, in particular, if there's only 1 goal that's scored in the first period, I love that for the second period. But I don't want to make it official because I don't love it. What I do know is that the Oilers are going to be flying around, throwing pucks at Bobrovsky. I'm betting the same thing we've bet in all 3 games. 1 hook. So the books are making you pay serious juice. 145, 150, 155, and 160 to bet over 26.5 goals for the game, including overtime. FanDuel has it in regulation. Now, this game could go overtime. It could absolutely go to overtime. First 2 games did. Game 4 absolutely could go back to the overtime trend. But Bobrovsky has gone over 26.5 saves in regulation in all 3 games. Bobrovsky averaged 33.5 saves in the regular season, and most of those games were in regulation, where he had 30 or more saves. I think he gets 30 or more saves in regulation. So I'm not going to, and I'm going to risk it a little bit. You don't have to, if you want to bet the juice and include overtime, go ahead. But because of the week I'm having, I'm not interested in laying 150. Like, if I'm wrong about Bobrovsky, I'd rather lose, and even if it wins in overtime, I'd rather just lose it in regulation. I'd rather lose it and not have it be expensive. So it's -112. FanDuel has this. All 3 bets tonight were made at FanDuel. This is a FanDuel play, okay? So not every book's offering this, so hopefully you have FanDuel available. Most of you in the audience have FanDuel available. Instead of complaining about this, I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to say, okay, I'll take your wager. Bobrovsky over 26.5 saves in regulation is -112. Now look at, that number, okay? And you might say, wow, Matt, it's gone from 24.5 to 25.5 to 26.5. We're really starting to jump up here in terms of saves. This is getting to be really kind of expensive here for Bobrovsky. Okay, it is, but he's hit it every time. They're going up by 1. 24.5 was too low. 25.5 was too low. 26.5 is, I mean, at some point, the books are going to say, okay, uncle, we're hitting that number. But I'm going to keep betting it over. We're 3-0 so far in this series. Let's keep betting it over. Bobrovsky over 26.5 saves at -112 in regulation. No overtime. So he's got to have it in regulation. I'm going to take a shot. If you want to play the 145, the 150, the 160 juice, be my guest. But like I said, if I'm wrong, I think I'm going to be wrong in regulation as well as being wrong in overtime. So I don't know if I'm going to need overtime. If that happens, so be it. I'll take my lumps. I'll lose the 1.12 units on it and be frustrated. But I'm going to take it because of the juice. I don't want to lay the type of number that we're being asked to lay here for 26.5 saves for Sergei Bobrovsky. Over 26.5 in regulation at -112. Make sure it's in regulation. You will not get it at this price if it's not in regulation. Okay, second bet of the day. Let's go to Major League Baseball. Giants and the Rockies. We got so lucky. We got so lucky. Red Sox are off, so we don't have to worry about that. But the Giants had beat the Padres in the final 2 games of their series, beat the Braves by 3, and they beat the Rockies for the first 2 games of this series, 1 game left here on a Thursday. They won every game except last night on the money line. 6-5, 3-2, 5-4, 3-2, 4-3, 6-5. So 6 games in a row by 1 run. And then last night we got lucky, and I'm talking lucky, on the run line. I'm not looking to tempt fate here again with this Giants team. Birdsong is pitching up against Sensatella. I like the Giants run line, and you can bet it if you want to bet run line. But Birdsong's ERA is 3.71 on the road, 2.7 opposing batting average. He's been good. He's won his last 2. The team's won his last 2 starts. 2 earned runs and 1 earned run in the last 2 starts. A 5-4 win over Atlanta and a 4-2 win on the road over Miami. Lost to the Tigers 3-1. Beat the KC Royals 3-2 in 5 innings. He gave up no earned runs in that game. So they've won 3 of the last 4 games in which he has started. But I'm not in love with laying this number here for the Giants. Sensatella is not great, okay? In fact, he's awful. The team has lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games in a row in which he has started. On the run line of those 8 losses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 8 were on the run line, okay? So I don't mind it, but I just feel like we've tempted fate here so much that it's safer to bet money line and find a dance partner and go back to the 2-leg money line parlays that I was doing. And I think it's okay to bet the Tigers today. Tigers lost 10-1 yesterday to the Orioles. They won the first game 5-3. It's Skubal day. Tariq Skubal against this Orioles team. Yeah, they can hit, but Skubal, if they're not pitching against the Royals, Skubal beats everyone. Okay? The team has lost 4 games all year in which he has pitched, but dating all the way back to the 2nd of April, it's only been the Royals that have beaten this team, beaten the Tigers with Skubal pitching. He beat the Baltimore Orioles back on the 27th of April, 7-0. He went 6 innings, 0 earned runs. That was at home, mind you. This is on the road, but Skubal is the American League Cy Young Award winner, and on the road, he is 1-2 with a 205 opposing batting average, 36 1/3 innings worth of work, 11 earned runs just given up in that one. He has given up 5 home runs on the road and a 1-2 record, but I expect a good game out of Skubal. I expect the Tigers to win. 2-leg moneyline parlay. Giants Tigers is a +124 2-leg moneyline parlay. Giants to complete the sweep. Tigers to win on Skubal Day, +124 for 1 unit. I don't think that that's crazy at all. Bob over 26.5 saves in regulation. Giants Tigers moneyline parlay at +124. Now, the last bet here was put on the Discord channel, and I hope that you guys are listening to this early enough to put this bet in, but I put it on the Discord channel for this reason, because everyone is teeing off pretty early at the U.S. Open. All right. This is going to be a bet that my time, okay, West Coast time, the first tee time is 3:45 in the morning. 3:45 in the morning for the U.S. Open. Okay. Hello. For Xander Schauffele and for Rory McIlroy, they're having it a little bit later in terms of their times for when they're going to tee off. So hopefully you guys can get this bet in, but it's still going to be an early day for most of these golfers here. I personally will look to fade Brooks Koepka. I think Brooks Koepka will miss the cut at the U.S. Open. I think a lot of these live guys may miss the cut at the U.S. Open. So to miss the cut, there's some interesting prices. You could shop around and try to find the best price. But we did on my other show, the Bostonian versus the Book, we had a guy at Oakmont literally show us the rough, and he had walked a practice round with Dustin Johnson. He said 8 over. That will be the cut line. 8 over. So the winning score will be over par. So you want to bet that? It'll be over. And the fade, Scotty Scheffler, that somebody else besides Scotty Scheffler will win this thing, because everyone's betting Scotty Scheffler. Everyone. And so it's a good thing to fade it, because it's just not really a good play to make when you run with everybody. To miss the cut, where is our friend Mr. Brooks Koepka? Where is that price? I saw that earlier today. There it is. Even money for Brooks Koepka to miss the cut. Okay, I think that's a good bet for Brooks Koepka to miss the cut. What I am betting officially, however, and this comes from my guest on my other show, Xander Schauffele. Xander Schauffele, he likes him a lot. He likes his game on this golf course, and everyone who is quote-unquote in the sharp world, they're fading Rory McIlroy. Why? He was horrible in Canada last week. He has been talking about trying to find motivation after winning the Masters. He just isn't really clicked in. Xander Schauffele is teeing off at 7:30 Eastern time. Okay? 7:30 a.m. So hopefully you guys are getting this, or on the Discord channel, you went to FanDuel and got this bet, because he goes off super, super early. If you want something extra from a top 20 perspective, I'm going to bet more of these official after the cut. You guys know I tend to get involved officially with a lot of these bets for the U.S. Open for golf after the cut. But I think Rory isn't going to be around for a while. So Rory could very well blow up pretty quickly here in the first round. So I'm going to jump on a first round head-to-head Xander Schauffele over Rory McIlroy. And Rory's minus 140. I can't believe the price. It's plus 105. Like, that's stunning to me on this, just given what we've seen from a game perspective for Rory McIlroy. And they've tried. I mean, Rory's threesome is like, exactly who he'd want to play with. And Shane Lowry's in his threesome. Like, he's got his best buds with him to go play golf here. I don't think it's going to matter all that much, just because I don't think Rory, his game is up to snuff for the level of golf we're talking about. His tee time is at 4:40 Pacific, 7:40 Eastern. So Xander Schauffele goes off at 7:29, 7:40 for Rory McIlroy. So early in the morning, I'll get up and get to see this bet and see what happens. But Xander over Rory for plus 105 for 1 unit in the round 1 head-to-head here for today at the U.S. Open. All right, so you guys have got 3 bets in 3 sports. Bobrovsky over 26.5 saves in regulation at minus 112. Xander over Rory in round 1 at plus 105. Giants, Tigers, moneyline parlay at plus 124. Trying to claw back a little bit and get us back. We go 3-0 today. We're sitting good here, get some plus money, make a big dent in what we've had happen to us this week. My name is Matt Perrault. Follow me across all my socials at Sports Talk Matt every morning, wherever you guys get your podcasts. It is the Daily Juice.